into an accident. I got into an accident. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Where are you?
I'm on the Bell Parkway. This guy just reversed into me. What the hell is going on?
Dash cams are meant to bring us peace of mind, capturing accidents, unexpected events, or simply keeping a record of the road ahead. But sometimes, they capture something much darker, like this moment, for example. This terrifying footage was captured by a dash cam in South Africa. A man was driving home, just like any other day, unaware that he was about to be thrown into a life-threatening situation. Take a look.
I think I was great.
Yes, thank you guys. Okay, just one correction. The mountain is much older than 90.
Table Mountain Air or Table Boy.
Table Boy is celebrating its 90th birthday.
100%.
But thank you. I love the spirit. I love it.
As he slowed down for a car in front of him, a man suddenly stepped into the road. Within seconds, a gun was raised and pointed directly at him. It was an ambush, fast, calculated, and meant to leave him with no time to think. But somehow, he didn't freeze. Acting on instinct, the driver hit the gas and drove straight toward the gunman. In those split seconds, hesitation could have cost him his life. Instead, his quick reaction allowed him to escape unharmed. According to reports, the attacker was likely attempting to hijack the car, a crime that, while shocking, isn't entirely uncommon in certain parts of South Africa. Incidents like these happen now and then, often targeting drivers caught off guard in quiet neighborhoods or slow traffic. This time, the outcome was fortunate, but it could have ended very differently. Let this be a chilling reminder. Always stay aware of your surroundings. In some parts of the world, a moment of inattention can turn deadly, and sometimes your best chance of survival is to act without hesitation. And the same can be said about the following video. In 2018, Lauren and Brian Swenson were in the process of opening a CrossFit gym in Nairobi, Kenya, alongside 2 local trainers. The Utah couple had been working hard to bring their vision to life, and on one particular day, they set out with their trainers to film promotional content for their new gym. While driving to the filming location, they hit a traffic jam on one of the city's main roads. Hoping to save time, they turned onto a nearby dirt road, weaving through the outskirts to avoid the congestion. Along the way, they passed 2 armed officers on foot. The officers signaled for a ride, but without explanation. Feeling uneasy, the Swenson decided not to stop. They continued down the road, unaware of how crucial that decision would become. Soon after, they came upon a white public transport van stopped in the middle of the road. At the time, they didn't think much of it. What they didn't realize was that the van's driver had been flashing his headlights. A silent warning they failed to catch. Moments later, the situation turned terrifying.
I'd rather assume they do. And yeah. Drive forward. Cross.
Just drive forward. Drive forward.
Hey!
Still there?
Yeah.
As they passed the van, 3 men armed with machetes suddenly sprang out from behind the vehicle and charged directly toward their car. Reacting fast, the driver threw the vehicle into reverse, trying to gain distance from the attackers. Inside the car, chaos erupted. One of the trainers shouted for Brian to drive forward instead. As he shifted gears, one of the attackers reached toward the open window, swinging his machete. In a Facebook post shared after the incident, Lauren recalled that the window had only been partially rolled up when they first saw the attackers. Brian had reversed initially to buy just enough time to close it. By the time the machete struck the glass, there was only a small gap, just enough to crack the window, but not enough for the blade to get through. They sped off down the dirt road. As they fled, one of the trainers noticed something in the rear-view mirror. Police were arriving at the scene.
The cops Were those even cops?
No, the cops behind.
Yeah, they're running into
running
the...
away.
Dang!
They are good.
Oh, gunshots.
Dang.
No, they're running after them. Let's get out of here.
The sound of gunfire rang out behind them, presumably from a confrontation between the armed officers and the machete-wielding bandits. Lauren later reflected that if they had picked up the officers earlier, or even allowed them to ride on the side rails of their vehicle, the outcome could have been far more violent. The police likely would have opened fire from the moving car, putting everyone in even greater danger. In the end, Lauren, Brian, and their trainers escaped unharmed, but it remains unclear whether anyone was injured in the aftermath. The experience was a chilling reminder of how quickly things can escalate, and how a single instinctive choice can make all the difference. But it can also mean the end, just like we see in the following video. We've all seen it: tension between motorcyclists and drivers. Most of the time, it ends with a honk, a gesture, and everyone moves on. But sometimes, it goes much further. And what happened on May 5th, 2025, was one of those moments that crossed a line most of us would never imagine. Take a look. Captured on a dashcam in Oregon, the video shows a motorcyclist riding along a local highway. He appears to be arguing with someone, gesturing wildly with his arms. Something is clearly off. Then, in a split second, a black car veers into his lane, heading straight toward him. In one swift, deliberate move, the car slams into the motorcycle from the side, sending the rider crashing to the ground. This wasn't a case of careless driving. This wasn't a misunderstanding or a heated exchange gone too far. This was attempted murder. Police believe the crash was intentional, a direct result of road rage. The impact left the motorcyclist seriously injured, and the driver didn't even stop. They fled the scene immediately, leaving behind only chaos and a trail of debris. Now, authorities are searching for the driver of the black car. And as the footage continues to circulate online, it serves as a chilling reminder. Not everyone on the road is just trying to get home. Some are out for revenge, and they don't care who gets hurt in the process. Stay alert, stay safe, and remember, one reckless moment can change a life forever. But what if you couldn't do anything about it, while others took advantage of the situation? That's exactly what happened in April of 2023. A couple was driving through a rural part of Mexico. They were on their way to a vacation hotel, looking forward to a relaxing trip. Their dashcam was quietly recording the peaceful drive, capturing what seemed like just another uneventful journey. But the calm wouldn't last long. As they continued down the road, they noticed something strange. The car ahead of them began to swerve slightly, then suddenly slowed down. Confused, the couple tapped their brakes, unsure of what the driver in front was doing. And then, out of nowhere, the car in front shifted into reverse and slammed straight into them. Have a look.
And on the what the? Oh my god!
What happened, babe?
Oh my god! What is he doing? Babe!
Babe, what happened?
Oh shit! I don't know.
Babe,
I got into an accident. Oh my god. Oh my god,
where are
babe.
you?
I'm on the Bell Parkway. This guy just reversed into me. What the hell is going on?
Reversed into you?
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, fuck, I'm shaking.
My God. Babe.
Yeah.
Just stay there. Oh my god.
Fuck, oh my god.
Where on the Bell Parkway?
Oh, holy shit. You know, after that turn?
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh my
Babe,
god.
it's okay.
Alright, hold on.
Just...
Hold on, okay? Fuck. What happened? Hold on, babe. Oh, fuck. Wait.
The The impact was shocking, but soon the realization hit them. This wasn't an accident. It was intentional. The couple had just been caught in a staged crash, an insurance scam. Someone had deliberately caused a collision to make it appear as if they were the victims, hoping to blame the couple and collect a payout. These types of scams are not only dangerous, they're disturbingly common in some regions. Fortunately, the couple had one powerful piece of evidence on their side: the dashcam. The footage would prove exactly what happened, showing clearly that the other driver reversed into them on purpose. Without it, the story could have gone very differently. While we may never know exactly how this situation ended, one thing is certain: the couple was incredibly lucky to have recorded the incident. That single piece of footage protected them from being falsely accused and financially ruined. This story is a reminder that some people will do anything for money, even if it means endangering others. Always be cautious on the road, stay aware of your surroundings, and if you can, install a dash cam. You never know when you might need it. Just for things that happen in the following video. The Dashcam, a G1W model, captured everything: the eerie roadblock, the lone figure, the narrow escape. Whether it was a failed robbery or something even more sinister, we'll likely never know for sure. But one thing is certain: if the driver had waited even a second longer, this story could have had a very different ending. And that can also be said about the following video. This incident took place in South Africa, a country where the divide between wealth and poverty can be stark, and where that gap often gives rise to dangerous situations. On April 22, 2021, 2 armed security guards were tasked with transporting a truck full of highly valuable goods. The cargo was so valuable, in fact, that the guards were armed, one of them carrying a large rifle, prepared for whatever might come their way. But this time, they wouldn't make it through unnoticed. After about 30 minutes on the road, it happened. Suddenly, gunfire erupted. Bullets tore through the air, aimed directly at the armored vehicle. It was a carefully planned ambush. But what the attackers didn't count on was the composure and quick thinking of the driver. Under extreme pressure, he managed to stay calm, weaving through traffic, dodging bullets, and making all the right moves. The truck was hit multiple times, but incredibly, neither guard was injured. They escaped, shaken, but alive. What's most disturbing is how normal these types of attacks have become in certain areas. For the attackers, the lives inside that truck meant nothing. They didn't care about the people, only about what was locked inside. It's a chilling reality in parts of the world where survival depends not just on training, but on constant vigilance. And in this case, it was that vigilance that made the difference between life and death. This footage was captured on December 1st, 2023. A man was driving home from work, following the same quiet route he took every evening. It was just another routine commute, nothing out of the ordinary. But what happened next would leave him shaken to his core.
Don't blame it on the moonlight. Ah! Fuck!
Out of nowhere, another car came flying around the corner at high speed, veering straight into his lane. For a split second, it looked like a head-on collision was inevitable. Both drivers had only a fraction of a second to react. Thankfully, they managed to swerve just in time, avoiding disaster by mere inches. No one was hurt, and there was no crash, but the shock lingered long after. For the man driving home, what had started as an ordinary end to the workday turned into a moment he'd never forget. And from that day on, every evening commute would carry a new sense of caution, a reminder of just how quickly everything can change. And in the following video, we see a similar situation, one that shows just how quickly things can turn into something dangerous and life-threatening. This dashcam footage was captured on the streets of Taiwan. From the very beginning, it's clear that the video takes place during a powerful storm. The winds are intense, strong enough to toss debris through the air and across the road. At one point, pieces of debris can be seen slamming directly into the windshield. But what the drivers didn't know was that this wasn't just an ordinary storm. A tornado was forming right behind them, and it was heading straight in their direction. The dashcam captures the exact moment the tornado tears through the road. It's strong enough to lift vehicles off the ground. One white van pulls out just as the tornado hits. Its wheels leave the pavement, and the vehicle is dragged violently by the wind until it vanishes from sight. When the storm finally passes, the van is found further down the road, wedged between two trees, completely displaced by the force of the tornado. Even more alarming is the person seen on the right side of the road. The tornado catches them and throws them with terrifying force. Tragically, the woman suffers serious injuries and is later rushed to the hospital. The storm didn't end there. It went on to produce nearly 50 inches of rain, triggering multiple deadly landslides throughout the region. This video is a stark reminder of how quickly nature can turn against us, and how fragile we are in the face of its power. But it's not just the power of nature, it's also the power we've created ourselves, like weapons. Let's see it unfold in the following video. This dashcam footage captures the terrifying moment a cab driver became the victim of an armed robbery. The driver, Ralph Roletta, had just started his shift. It was his first ride of the day. As he sat at a red light, everything seemed normal, until it wasn't. The passenger in the back seat was slouched down, barely moving. But then, without warning, he suddenly sat up and pulled a weapon. He demanded Ralph hand over everything he had.
This is a robbery, man.
All right, hey.
Give me all your money, man.
Man, I don't.
Give me everything you got. Give me it now.
All right.
I need it now.
All right.
We can make this the easy way, or we can make this the hard way, man.
Everything I got, man.
Keep your hand where I can see him.
I just started.
What else you got?
I just
Let me see
started.
your wallet. Let me see your.
I don't have anything in my
We
wallet.
can do this the hard way, or we can do this the easy way, man. Let me see your wallet and let me see your phone. I need it all right now. If you don't want to die, man.
Okay.
Give it all to me now.
Okay.
What the robber didn't know was that a police cruiser had pulled up directly behind them at the same traffic light. As the seconds passed, the light turned green, but the cab didn't move. Suspicious, the officer activated his lights and stepped out of his vehicle to investigate.
I don't have anything in my wallet. I don't
Give me
carry
your
it.
wallet and your phone. I need your wallet and
No, please don't give me my phone. I need that for my. There's a cop behind this. There's a cop behind this. Oh my God!
Within moments, he realized exactly what was happening. The officer quickly ordered the suspect out of the cab. The man complied and was immediately taken into custody without incident. He was later arrested and charged with multiple offenses. Thanks to quick thinking and perfect timing, what could have turned deadly ended with no one harmed, and one criminal off the streets. Did you find these videos unsettling? Then brace yourself for this final video. A couple was on their way to a restaurant, enjoying a peaceful evening drive. They were in good spirits, looking forward to a nice meal and a relaxing night out. But then, something happened that no one could have predicted.
I did not ask. And she didn't make it sound like it had to be like a continuous like dehydration for it to happen. Oh my god.
What?
Wow. Wow. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay.
As their car traveled down a seemingly quiet road, the car before them suddenly jolted to one side. To weight distribution, worn-out tires, faulty suspension, or some mix of all three, the vehicle swerved violently and spun off the road. It was a terrifying moment. Fortunately, according to reports, everyone in the car walked away unharmed. No serious injuries, just shaken nerves and a powerful reminder of how quickly everything can change. Let this be a lesson to stay alert, maintain your vehicle, and never take a smooth ride for granted. Because sometimes, all it takes is one bump to turn routine into chaos. That's all for today, folks. If you want to see more of this creepy content, click on the video on screen.